What's up, guys? Madaz is back, and this time with another video, and this is going to be the BSPM Intraday Washout Rugpull, whatever you want to call it, bounce video that I intended to release about a month ago while I was on vacation, but then I quickly realized that the $9 Walmart microphone was a total piece of shit, and the audio was just so bad that I decided to just wait and hold off until I got home to my trusty Blue Yeti microphone here and record a video with much better audio rather than release something that was just completely unbearable to listen to. So definitely this is a really good opportunity to release a video. A lot of you guys wanted to see some more intraday trading, midday, afternoon, whatever you want to call it. A lot of my big time plays are in the morning at the open, and they still are. But this is a pretty good example of an opportunity during the midday hours for us to take advantage of, and it's still a good opportunity. If it comes up, it's great. It's a good opportunity to take advantage of, and another chance to profit. So I just wanted to go over this and explain to you guys, some of the stuff that I've been explaining on Twitter when a play like this is going on. I'm trying to commentate on Twitter. Some of you guys, some of you guys understand what I'm saying, but some of you guys are kind of confused. So hopefully this video clarifies what I was trying to explain. So before I start, I do want to thank you guys for checking out Trade Ideas during that week where they had the open house. It was a great opportunity for you to check out pretty much how they can really help you with your trading, elevate your trading with their scanning capabilities. And for just $8, you were able to try out all of their features. If you missed that, no need to worry. I did work with them to generate a promo code for you guys. So if you want to check out Trade Ideas, you can go and click on the link in the description below and enter in the promo code MADAZ15. That's MADAZ 15. And you guys can check out a monthly or annual subscription for 15% off. So definitely check them out. I will make that video about how I set my scanners with Trade Ideas very soon. So definitely look out for that. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about BSPM. BSPM was probably the last good intraday runner that we'd had in a while. Unfortunately, this market's been pretty stale in terms of squeezers and stocks that have been just punishing shorts and just running all day. And BSPM was probably the last one in recent memory that really caught shorts off guard. And for that reason, I was able to capture this video and make a video on this with a live example. So to go ahead and start talking about BSPM, we're going to go ahead and look at the chart, the daily chart specifically, and label our support and resistances that are going to be our guide going on later on when I make the trade. And you're going to see how these levels will come into play later on and how they're going to affect the price action of the stock and how the stock behaves at these price levels and how they're going to affect our decision making later on. So we're going to go ahead and do a quick technical analysis on this using the daily chart. And we're going to go ahead and label a support right here around $2. We can see that the stock kind of dropped to $2. We see a little bit of support here around 320. These two wicks here tested it twice. We got the top wick here around a 470. And right here we got 535. And then if you want, you can label this wick too. And then here's a very important resistance right here. 659 is a recent high that we should take note of. But we also need to note that this stock, look how many wicks got close or got over $6 and couldn't sustain it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we got 6 candles in a span of about a couple of weeks that denote that this stock tried to break over 6, and as you can see, the close of each candle was not over 6. So this stock made a move over 6, and essentially it kind of faked out over 6 and ended up closing back below over 6. So we can kind of conclude that this stock tends to struggle around the $6 mark. So we're going to go ahead and put a resistance level right here. And also take a note that this thing also pushed a couple times a little bit past that $6 level, around 620-ish. So make note of that. So this area is an area of interest, and I would expect this stock to run into some trouble, some resistance moving forward when we see this stock make a move in the future, as we'll see in the video. So keep these levels in mind, and we're going to go ahead and observe in the video how they come into play. So $6 a key level, and also take note of this 540, 550, 560-ish area for these wicks. And we're going ahead and play the live trading footage for you guys right now. All right, so we pick it up here around 12:30 Eastern, 12:33 Eastern time, October 11th, 2016, and we're observing that this stock once again made that move towards $6. It went to 617, as you can see, and now it's kind of struggling. This stock has already made a move from 3.6 to 617, and as you can see, this thing kind of grinded all day and then started to parabolic around that 550 up to $6 mark. So I'm watching for a washout, and I'm going to pause right here really quick and discuss why I wasn't in the trade prior to this. So I did scalp it small. However, I was waiting for the washout, and if you recall my tweets that day, I did discuss how I was waiting for a big washout off of the 6th level, because I didn't want to get caught in the washout myself if I was already in the stock. So basically, the reason why you don't want to be in the stock before the washout is because you don't want to be caught in the washout yourself, if that makes any sense. So rather than risk being stuck in the dump, I'd rather just wait for the dump and then get in and then play the bounce. So that's how I protect myself. That's how I'm like a sniper. I'm just waiting there for my opportunity and to take my shot, and you're going to see me do exactly that on BSPM in the next couple minutes. So once again, just looking for that rug pull. There we go. Boom. You see that? Let's rewind that really quick so you can see that was a blink of an eye. So once again, this stock, $6, an area of interest. It's kind of stalling out. Let's just see what happens again. Boom. You see that? They just pulled the bids, and this thing just dropped down to 558 by 565 in a blink of an eye. Literally, you could have just blinked, turned away to scratch your head, and that's it. You missed it. So this is why it's very, very important for you to watch the tape, watch the level 2, and be ready. Okay, remember I told you about the support and resistance levels to keep an eye on that 6th level, because these are the levels where they're more likely to have these washouts, these rug pulls. So we saw the 6 fake out, and then the rug pull, and then remember how I told you about that 545, 55, 60 level? I mean, look what happened. Dropping to 558 by 565. We got some 558 prints on the tape, on the time and sales, and there you go. And then I react accordingly, put in a bid for 570. Now, that is a little bit high, you might argue, but you know, this stock has bent shorts all day. So when a stock has bent shorts this much to this degree, from 3.6 up to 6, they're going to look to cover into these moves. So it's a chance I'm willing to take. And when it comes to these plays, I've played these kind of setups multiple times, and I kind of got a good understanding of how when shorts are caught in a grind like this, they're very likely to cause a really, really nice bounce on these washouts. And this was the first big washout on BSPM on this move the entire day. So I figured that a lot of the shorts would cover into this and that they would cause a bounce back. So we're going to go ahead and see how this plays out. At this point, I'd filled 12,553 shares. Starting to consider canceling my order just to minimize my risk. Feeling like 13,000 shares now, 13,173 shares is probably enough. And just don't want to overexpose myself in the event that this is the one time that it doesn't work out. So I'm going to opt to minimize my risk here and stick with the 13,173 shares. So we got a 573 average. As you can see now, this stock getting some bids in the 570s. A stop out at this point probably would be a crack of the bottom wick of that previous candle you see around 558, I believe. So technically a bounce play, when a stock gets its rug pulled out like this, it should not crack the previous candle's low on the big red candle. So that's usually a telling sign that the bounce isn't going to work out. But in this case, you can see that it's kind of holding up and comfortably up around $1,100 already in a matter of a couple minutes. So right now I'm basically watching to see how it behaves when it bounces back and tries to retest around that $6 level, give or take. So, you know, this thing could end up getting rejected by 6 and going back down. So I'm watching for that and seeing how it behaves. Of course, there's a lot of other much better bounce examples off of rug pulls, but unfortunately, like I said, this market's been pretty stale in terms of squeezers, and this is the best example I can find recently. So might as well make a video of it before I have to wait for maybe several more months before another one comes up. But if there's another one that comes up that's a lot more obvious example, I'll definitely make a follow-up video on it. But usually when the stock goes down really hard like this, it usually bounces a lot faster. But in this case, it did bounce. It just took a couple minutes there, a couple of candles. Sold a good chunk there. So locked in already. Some profits. And once again, observing how it behaves at that $6 level. Trying to sell more here at $5.95. $3,700 shares left, and I'm all out. And there you go. Ended up making $2,600 or so in just 6 minutes or so. And I did end up selling early, unfortunately, like I always do, like an idiot. But you know what? Didn't like that little stall there around 590. But yeah, I probably should have held a couple thousand shares just for shits and giggles. But it is what it is. You know, it could have been a 6 reject and a fade there. So it is what it is. I still locked in my profits, and I'm very, very happy. So that being said, guys, hope that video helped illustrate what I mean when I'm talking about that intraday rug pull action. And hope you guys got a pretty good understanding of what I mean. The next time I'm tweeting out, hey, I'm waiting for that dump. You know, the stock is squeezing. I'm waiting for that parabolic move and then that dump off the key resistance level. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So take it easy, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.